morning everybody, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like my videos, please press that like button, please do subscribe. Good morning, it's Sunday morning and it's warm again. It feels quite warm and hot to me. So the first thing I do is water my plants. And the wind's blowing over. Right, I'll finish doing those when I finish the video, but normally I water my plants, make myself a cup of coffee, feed my pets and then get ready for the day. So Alexa, good morning.
Good morning, and happy birthday to actor, writer, and comedian Steve Pemberton. I hope he celebrates at a local place for local people.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
Good morning, Crystal. The time is 8:10 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Sunday, the 1st of September.
Oh, it's the 1st of September. Wow. So pinch, punch, first day of the month, guys. Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
Currently, in Rochester it's 19 degrees Celsius with mostly cloudy skies. Today, you can expect some sun and thunderstorms, with a high of 24 degrees and a low of 17 degrees.
So the sun and thunderstorms. It is hot for the 1st of September. Alexa, whose birthday is it today?
Today's famous birthdays include American actress, singer, model, and dancer Zendaya, American television host, psychologist, actor and film producer Phil McGraw, French tennis player Gael Monfils, British singer, songwriter, record producer, and co-founder of the group Bee Gees Barry Gibb, and Dutch singer-songwriter Seb de Liza.
Right, so good morning everybody, and I've realised that, I'm not going to meet anyone on a dating site at all, and it's not worth even speaking to them, so I've completely deleted everything to do with dating sites. I've just deleted it. I've had enough. I'm just not going to meet anybody on one of those sites. I don't know whether the phone is hacked into. I don't know whether somebody is just like trying to ruin my life. So I have deleted it, and I won't be. I've deleted Meet Me as well because it happened on there. So obviously the pervert stalker is following me around every dating site. Obviously they know what I look like, so they're going down every dating site and they're being a nuisance, and obviously the police can't do anything about it, so I'm going to just have to delete every dating site and not date. So that's it. So it's not because I can't find anybody, it's because the stalker, it could be an ex-boyfriend, you see, is going into every dating site, making up fake profiles. I mean, it could be that guy I met on the field who's just will not leave me alone, wants them to myself, and because I don't want them, they're destroying every possibility of me finding happiness and meeting someone that way. So we are just not going to talk to them on dating sites or anything like that. And if this guy, who I think it is who's doing it, attempts to talk to me or come anywhere near me, then I will get the police to get him away from me. Right? see, some people cannot take the answer no, and they force themselves on you, which is not fair at all. So I will not be corresponding with him at all, because I know it's the stalker and the pervert. And I've been speaking to the same person for years. It's unfair, but what can you do? I'd rather be safe and single than keep telling my stalker where I am and what I'm doing, because I think that's what I have been doing, because it's the same person making up fake profiles, and that's what it is. So if they can't correspond with me, then they'll either get bored and fed up and disappear, or they try to make physical contact with me, and I hope not, because they're a nasty, evil person, and I wouldn't want to speak to them in real life. I probably have already. Some people are like that, they just can't leave you alone. They might have a grudge, you might have upset them, you might have given them advice they didn't want, and they cannot stop until they've got their own back. And if I keep continuing to speak to them through this flirt finder, they're just trying to frighten me now and be nasty and cruel. So last night I thought enough is enough, and I deleted the whole lot. And I mean it this time. When you start threatening my pets, and I've already lost 2 already, while this beast has been speaking to me, right? When they actually indirectly threaten your pets, and you know the police are going to do fuck all, because they did fuck all in Gloucestershire, it's time to take your own action. And I will get my door locks changed, and I will get a surveillance set up in my flat somehow. I will. So somebody likes to pull my chain, control me like a puppet, dangle me up and down. They think noises upset me, so they wake you up first thing in the morning with loud noises, right? Thinking that they're going to pull your strings, and you're going to be the villain. You're going to get cross, you're going to get angry. Well, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's Sunday morning. It's 16 minutes past 8. The builders are trying to get those flats finished at the top of the road. So you've got heavy vehicles coming up the road on a Sunday. Heavy vehicles that rattle the ground and make a loud noise on a Sunday morning. We've already had a scrape across the ceiling, someone like pulling a sofa or a table across the ceiling. But I get up at 8 o'clock anyway, 7 days a week, either before or just after 8 in the morning, so no one's woken me up. So no one can start laughing and clapping their hands because I wake up at 8 on a Sunday already. Right? So if someone wants to swap identities with me, which I wouldn't advise, right? Because I'm a woman that's gone through so much. I've gone through a lot, right? And you wouldn't be able to cope with what I've gone through. So don't even try and think about being me, because it won't work. And I certainly wouldn't want to be you. Why wouldn't I want to be you? Because you're a nasty person. You're nasty, and I'm not nasty. And you're trying to make people think that I'm nasty and horrible when it's you that's horrible and evil inside, not myself. And it doesn't matter what people look like. People can have beautiful looks and their face can be ravaged in an accident or by cancer. And that's harder, isn't it, when you've had a beautiful face and it's destroyed by a disease. or an accident. And people have to adjust and cope, right? Because people are cruel. They don't care if you've got cancer. They don't care if you've had an accident. They don't care if you've suffered something in a domestic violence incident where someone's, burnt your face off with acid. People are selfish. They are nasty. They are cruel. And no amount of going to school and learning lessons taught me to cope with the outside cruelty in this world. It did not. Because I was treated like shit inside school. You know how I learnt? I learnt that people were nasty at school. I didn't learn about it in school. The children that I mixed with in my school were cruel to me, and so were the teachers. Very cruel. And can you tell me why it's still going on? What's the big deal about messing around with me? Oh, but I was good enough to have children with, wasn't I? Somebody had 4 children with me. Couldn't have been that bad, could I? So, last night I took Max out for a walk and it was manipulation time, It's been quiet. It's been boring. Let's wind Crystal up and upset her. So when I went out my flat, and I'm just saying how things are because people talk about me and they say things about me. The girl that looks like a fella, she looks exactly like the fella that works in the co-op with the curly hair and glasses, right? She's got a bit of a moustache downstairs. I walked past their fence to go to the field, and their dogs really barked and made me jump out of my skin. But they're tiny dogs and they're nothing to worry about, And I thought, no, don't you rise to the bait, Crystal, because they're all in it together. They are all in it together, want to destroy my peace and quiet and make me unhappy. And a lot of these people have lived in these flats for 3 years or more, like myself. And I'm sure if they don't like living in these flats, they can move. No one forces you to live here, do they? As far as I know, they don't. So, woof, 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 woof. I told you it draws attention to me and I don't fucking like it. I don't. Everybody goes to the window to see what's being barked at, don't they? No, they don't show their face. She doesn't come out. She hides behind the door. She hides behind the door. She doesn't come out. She hides behind the door. So however ugly I'm supposed to be, I'm not scared of meeting people face to face. And I'm not scared of going outside or telling people what I think of them if they're nasty to me. But these people hide behind the door. They hide. So I thought, here we go. Here's the street theatrics, the free getting entertainment for free, where everything looks like a horrible TV movie when I go outside in the evening. It does. And when you see people describing things that go on in this world, they say, well, it just looked like something out of a movie. Sudden car crashes out of nowhere. A disaster. Flats on fire. It looked like something out of a movie. Do you know, I'm living in, it's a lovely flat, but I haven't bought it outright. I haven't got a car. I don't live in fucking luxury. And these things that are going on, you know, if they were actors, they're getting paid for it. And I fucking ain't. So yesterday it was raining. Yesterday it was a bit cold. It's warmer this morning. I wore my beanie hat and my raincoat. Doesn't mean I've changed sex or gender, does it? So I've got these cars that look like Ford Mondeos last night. Honestly, there's about 6 or 7 cars in the shape of a Ford Mondeo going up and down the fucking road when I'm going up there, and I'm not going to the shop, I'm going to the field to walk Matt. So they're all Ford shaped cars going up and down the road, red, white, blue, black. I haven't got a car, don't drive. So he's been up in upstairs since Friday evening. He's not been out, so he didn't go out yesterday. It was me all the time. I went out in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. I went out Friday. It was me that went up to Rochester Castle, right on the top, the highest part, near the great big drop. It certainly wasn't him. And I would advise people, if you're taking your children up in that castle, to be very careful. It is a big drop up there, and it's a very, very steep climb to the top as well. Yeah, so there's a big scrape across the ceiling this morning. My Alexa went off at 7:20 to tell me, you know, what today's going to be like. It's like every other day for me, but I put a smile on my face because I'm not letting these bastards get me down. Just completely ignore them. If they want a reaction, they need to look in the mirror at themselves. That'll make them scream. Because they're blinded. They think they look wonderful and they don't. I never have thought that I look wonderful, because I never have. I was always in the shadow of other people. And if you've never been beautiful, you're not worried when you get older, believe you me. But if you're beautiful when you're younger, and you lose your looks when you're older, then you get really upset. So these beautiful women and these beautiful girls, right? Women age faster than men, they do. They age a lot faster. So unless you can afford plastic surgery, there's not a lot you can do about it, I'm afraid. So I get indirectly threatened. How's your dog's health? How's my dog's health? My dog's health. And then that's when I decide to delete all the dating sites, and that's fucking it. And don't speak to me ever again, you horrible, nasty bastard. Don't you ever speak to me again. And I do swear, and I've got an idea of who you are, and you're nasty. And you're nasty in your looks, and you're nasty inside. And you're pathetic as well. And I also think you're a woman. Now I'm gonna get on with the rest of my day. Poke your nose out of it, you stupid bitch, and I'll see you later.